Here's the circuit we're going to build today. If we click on the button, the LED lights up. Let go from the button, the LED goes out. So let's get going. I'm going to erase all of this and we'll start from scratch. First I have to stop the simulation and then I'm going to erase all of this and let's rebuild it. So first thing I'm going to do is pull out a 9-volt battery and I can rotate that by clicking my little rotate button here. And then let's get an LED and let's get a push button, and we need a resistor so that the LED doesn't draw too much current and burn out. And the beauty of Tinkercad is you don't need to know what this resistor value is right off the bat. You can experiment with it very easily. By default, it makes the resistor value 1K, 1000 ohms. And you don't need to know. If you hover over this, it'll tell you this is the cathode and this is the, let me get rid of this resistor. And if you hover over this one, you'll see it's the anode. And the LED does have polarity, so you have to know which one of these to connect to positive and which one to connect to negative. But again, because of this Tinkercad software, you don't have to know which is which. You can just experiment and see if you get the right one. So let's connect some things and see how it goes. So the easiest thing here, let's just connect a positive wire to this side of the LED, and let's connect a wire to the switch. And these kinds of push button switches, you just connect the opposite corners and then the switch will function. So let's connect to this corner to the resistor, and then from the resistor to the LED. Okay. We're all wired up. Let's test it. So we have to go up here and choose Start Simulation. And let's push the button. Nothing. So we've obviously got the positive and negative backwards. So let's just get rid of this one. That's the easiest. And let's connect the other way here. And let's move this over a little bit. And let's connect this to this side. And let's start that simulation. And press the button. Oh, look! Let go, it turns off. Press again, it turns on. Then you can learn which is which here. This is a really good way just to learn this kind of stuff. If you hover over this, you'll see, oh, it's the cathode that is the negative side. And we've got a 1K resistor here. If I click on this, as I mentioned, by default, it's a 1K resistor, 1000 ohms. And that seems to work pretty well. That LED lights up quite nicely. If I push the button again here, you can see that LED lights up quite nicely. So the 1K resistor is a pretty good value to have here. But we can experiment with that if we want. Notice the color bands on the resistor. This is another great learning tool. You can watch how these change and you can, work on your memorization of what the color bands are. But brown is 1, black is 0, and that should be red. It looks kind of orange here, but red would be 2 more zeros, so 1000. But let's experiment. We found out that 1K works pretty nicely. Let's make that 10K and see what happens. You can see the color bands change now. Instead of red, meaning 2 extra zeros, now we've got orange, which means 3 extra zeros. Push the button, it's a lot dimmer. Let's try the other way around. So let's get rid of the K ohms. Let's just go straight ohms. And, well, what the heck? Let's try it with 10 ohms and see what happens. Whoops. You can see that starburst there. That means I just blew up the LED, because there's too much current going through this circuit now with only a 10 ohm resistor. So this is a great way to learn without damaging your real stuff in the real world. You can just experiment with these different parts, and the beauty of Tinkercad is that it allows you to do this experimentation without actually damaging anything. So 10 ohms is too little. 1000 ohms seems to work out pretty well. Let's type in 1000 here and let's try it again. Just I'm going to click on that resistor to bring back this dialog box. So before it was 1K, but I don't have the K ohm indicator here. It's just ohms. So 1000 is the same as 1K. So let's try it. And that's a nice brilliance with nothing blowing up. So then if you want to practice this stuff yourself, you know, you might want to make this a little bit neater, especially if you get into more sophisticated circuitry. You'd probably want to make this a little bit nicer. So what you could do is you could just double click on one of these lines. Oh, we got to stop the simulation first. And then I'm going to double click this wire here, and it adds a point. So I can just click and hold and drag that over, and I can make that look a little bit more organized. And the same could be true here, or I could just click and hold on the resistor and just move it over a little bit. And then I could raise it too to make that horizontal line perfectly horizontal. So there you go, adding a push button to a simple circuit. And if you liked the video, please be sure to click on the thumbs up and click the subscribe button if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video.